Hi everyone, it's Claudia here from Holistically Forward with your messages from the Fae. As I'm filming this, it is solstice night. Blessed solstice to one and all. May this new season bring you lots and lots and lots of love, joy, happiness, peace. Hi Ron! And may it bring you everything you could ever wish for. All right, now let's get into this. The messages from the Fae for the week starting Monday the 24th right through to Sunday the 30th of December 2018. And yes, we are coming into the last week of the year. I know, whoosh, it just went. And in this last week of the year, I've started birthing something through me. So for everyone that hasn't seen the post, I am in the process of making my own oracle deck. Yay! And tonight we have the premiere. Our card of the week is a card from my very own oracle deck. Now excuse the way it's printed. We've just printed it out on photographic paper, so it's not the best. Plus you can see fingerprints on it for some reason. But this is our card of the week. Oh yes, you can see fingerprints on that. We've printed it out like this as well. I think the other one is better. Pleiades. Isn't this just beautiful? The Pleiades, now they're a star cluster, and they're also known as M45 or the Seven Sisters. And every time I look at them, to me, they look like they're dancing. And I always call them the dancing sisters because that's just what they look like. I'll take this one. I know there's fingerprints on it, but I think that it just shines so much more on this kind of paper. Now, Pleiades, they're known as the Seven Sisters because of Greek mythology. In Greek mythology, let me read this right so I've got it correct. In Greek mythology, Atlas and Pleione had 7 daughters who, for one reason or another, all ended up in the heavens as stars. And with the naked eye, in this star cluster, you can see 6 to 9 stars. It just depends on what the sky is like where you are and on your own eyesight. But with the naked eye, you can see the star cluster in the night sky. It's in the constellation of Taurus. Overall, there's over 1,000 stars in this beautiful constellation or in this beautiful cluster. And the first person to actually ever look at it with a telescope was Galileo Galilei. I mean, wow, I think it's just fabulous. And the Pleiades, now they have a message for all of us for this week. Dancing in the heavens high, dancing right across the sky, dancing with grace and without care. 7 sisters, we are dancing here. And I think that is just beautiful, beautiful. But their big message is about gossip. I know, I was surprised. Don't listen to gossip. Don't spread gossip or be sucked into any kind of drama. And I suppose it is quite fitting, being the holiday season, families getting together. Drama can occur. So the big message this week is don't get sucked into any drama. Don't underestimate the effect it has on you if you partake in it. Gossip and drama lands you in places you were not meant to be, not meant to go. And yes, oh, hi, Janet. Is your little one not here yet? Bless. Where was I? Gossip. Yeah, I'm reading this because I wrote it down earlier when I got the message through. The dance of life takes you many, many places, not all of them good, not all of them bad. This dance of yours has many ups and downs, and that is how it is meant to be. Don't dwell on the downs, don't get carried away by the ups. And always remember, pride comes before a fall. So it's best to stay humble, full of heartfelt gratitude, and not to judge others, as you never know the full story. Forgive yourself often, and don't be afraid of feeling all you are meant to feel. It's all good, it's all God, it's all divine love. These fingerprints are annoying me, so I'm really sorry about that. But this is sort of the first printout I've done by myself of the very first card from my card deck, so it's going to be quite, obviously when it's professionally printed, it'll look so much better with our fingerprints as well. So yay. But this is the message from Pleiades. Don't get sucked into drama. Be humble, be grateful, and don't judge others. That was our card of the week, the Seven Sisters. M45, Pleiades, the star cluster. And now for the weekly reading. The first card I always draw for what will help all of us. The second card I draw for what will hinder us. But the good thing is we now know, and we don't need to let it hinder us at all because it's a heads up card. And the third card I draw for what is our unrealized potential? What is there within us that can help us? And for that, without fingerprints and professionally printed, we have the Mystic Fairy Tarot by Linda Ravenscroft and Barbara Moore. Oh, I know, I'm really looking forward to seeing the Oracle cards myself. It's going to be so wonderful. Thanks, Ron. Now, what will help all of us? We have the Hermit. This time of year is the darkest time of year, as we all know, because even though today is the solstice, which marks a change, the light actually stands still for 3 days, and the Earth axis turns on Mother's Night on the 24th, and the days then get longer on the 25th, a bit. And it is the darkest time of the year. And also on Mother's Night is the start of the sacred nights. And the sacred nights are all about the time in between the years, as they used to say, as they used to call this time. Because the old is not yet done and the new is not yet ready and not yet strong enough to actually take over. And this is a really powerful time to go inside, to contemplate, to shine the light. See this light here that the Hermit's holding? To shine the light into all the deepest, darkest places within you. It's a very powerful time for divination and for retrospection, to take a look at what this year has been like, to take a look at what you have achieved, what you want to take with you into the new year, and what you want to let go. And the Hermit is really telling us to take your time. Yes, I know it's like Christmas time. I know it's, the time just after Christmas and before the New Year celebration. And for a lot of people, it's a very, very busy time. but try and make room in your life just to do a bit of retrospection or a bit of divination. See how you can move forward into next year. You know, do oracle cards. I always do a 12-month spread just to get an overview of things that I need to look out for, really, basically. And something that, you know, that just helps me. And it's a really good thing as well when you look back at what you've done last year and, you know, what has come of it, and where you might need to have another look or what you can end. And it really helps with the retrospection as well. So that is something I can highly recommend. And of course, you can also purchase that on my website if you so wish. And this time between the years is a very powerful time. It's the powers that be that set the wheel of the year in motion. That's when they get manifested. So taking your time, going within and having a clear out of what's old, what can go, will really help you go into the new year quite refreshed and quite strong. It's a very good time, you know, for going within, for journaling, for observing, and for feeling. All the fields, I know. Whoa. And for also for dream work. Now, dream work is important. I will post about these the 12 sacred nights. I will do a post to start you off, and then I will post every day what you can think about. I will post it in the morning, so you've got all day and night to contemplate what that particular day means and what you can do on that particular day. Dream work, very important. Keep a dream journal during this time because there's a lot coming up. And a lot of these dreams are prophetic dreams, so write them down because they will show you the way. That's our help card. I know, quite a lot this week. Now, what will hinder us? The good thing is we don't need to let it hinder us at all because we now know that it will hinder us, and heads up. And there we have the moon. And that is being afraid of this inward journey and letting yourself get sidetracked by gossip and getting drawn into drama so that you don't have to look inside. So you keep it all out there. But it actually hinders us a great, great deal. So that's something to look out for. And the Pleiades, you know, remember, don't gossip. It takes you places that you're not meant to go. Big message from the Pleiades. So watch out for that, the fear of what you may find when you go within, because there's nothing to be afraid of, really. And what is our unrealized potential? What is there within us? What can we draw on to help us? Now there we have the Five of Cups, and we've had this card before in this position. And this card for today talks about grief. Grieving. Now the year is drawing to a close. We're in the last week of 2018, and it is absolutely okay to grieve the loss of the year. We're laying this year to rest. So a mourning period is actually really natural. So it isn't something we need to be afraid of at all. You know, no fear. We don't need to be afraid of our next step, because it will hinder us if we are afraid. So this grieving process is something we should be doing. Winter is a time for hibernation, Winter is a time for tending to your roots. Winter is a time for really, really going within. And this is what this solstice is all about: quiet time, contemplation time. And you can take that right into these sacred nights. And the sacred nights, they end on the 6th of January. So it's a very potent time, and it's a very good time to let your grief out, to let it flow. Grief is absolutely nothing to fear and definitely nothing to laugh off. We don't constantly need to be positive and make ourselves feel better, because if we constantly do that, we're actually undermining ourselves. I know it's very difficult to sort of get your head around it. What we shouldn't forget is that grief is love. Grief is our teacher. It actually teaches us how to heal our relationship with ourselves and with being human. You know, this whole thing about being flawed, being self-compassionate, being kind to ourselves, loving ourselves. We can't do that without grieving. We can't do that without mourning. And that is what winter is there for. And that is why winter and this hibernation process is so important for all of us. I did post about this just the other day, but so I'll pop a link to that post in the comment section so that you can read up on why grief is so important. And it's our unrealized potential, because grief is love, grief is a teacher, and grief actually heals us. We do not need to heal grief. It's the other way around. Grief heals us, our relationship with ourselves. It helps us be kinder to ourselves. It helps us be more compassionate with ourselves. And it helps us to love. There we are, the 5 of Cups for our unrealized potential. And that is our reading for this week. I will post a link to my website down below, especially for those watching on YouTube. Now, if you are watching me on YouTube and you're not following me on Facebook yet, pop over to Facebook or to Instagram, and it's holistically forward. I'll pop links down below, so that you can read the daily messages about the sacred nights and what you can do. You don't have to do anything. It's advice that you can take, and it will help you. But most of all, listen to your intuition. Don't ever just do something because somebody tells you to. Listen to what is good for you. All right. I hope you enjoyed this, everyone. And if you would like to book any readings for the new year, feel free. I am now taking bookings. And if you want an overview for the year 2019, also I'll put a link to the website down below so that you can book for that. Have a beautiful week, everyone. Now, I'm gonna go into hibernation mode for the next 3 days. I will still post the card, but apart from that, I will get more quiet on Facebook, on Instagram, and everywhere. And because I'm going to go into hibernation mode, just like the sun, and have a standstill. And I will see you all again. Definitely next Friday for the messages from the Fae. And at some point during the week, you never know. Have a beautiful week, everyone. Have a very Merry Christmas. Enjoy. And I will see you again very, very soon. I am sending you so, so, so much love from my heart to yours. Have a beautiful week, and I'll see you soon. Bye. Mwah.